Throwback Thursday returns this week with a minimalist texture pack, because the texture pack that we're reviewing in today's video is the Clean Pixels texture pack by the Craft Stars. Coming in at 660 mine tokens, this texture pack takes up 20 megabytes of space. But do the clean textures truly present an immersive experience, or do they leave us wanting more? The Clean Pixels texture pack by the Craft Stars unfortunately has no custom GUI, which means I won't need to show you the loading screen or any of the workbenches. There is a slight change to the armor icons in the inventory, but it's very disappointing to not have anything. This texture pack was last updated in September 2025 for Clear the Skies. This Throwback Thursday series is specifically designed to give each of you the chance to have a hand in what content is made here on the channel. Is there a texture pack or an add-on in the marketplace you would like to see reviewed or revealed? Comment on this video and I'll add it to the waiting list. Thank you for your support. So welcome back to the home of the texture pack review here. We're in a brand new world for the Clean Pixels texture pack by the Craft Stars, and the first thing that comes out to me is a lot of clean and very vibrantly colored textures. We've got some really good greens, we've got some very strong blues here for the water, and if we get closer down to the water, we can see there's actually quite a fast staticky animation, which as we get closer to it, it does feel a little bit overbearing, I have to say. As we're looking at it, it's not the nicest feeling to it, very, very fast. But if we come over to the world, we can see we've got the sand here, very simple, very smooth, very clean, and I think we're going to be saying that a lot as we go through this texture pack. Over here on the grass as well, I don't believe there's any variation to any of these blocks, which is absolutely fine. 660 mine tokens, you don't expect it, especially when it's not mentioned in the description. But again, very clean, and I actually really like the detailing. You've got not only the grass, but some form of like shadow around it, and then you've got the brown of the grass there too. And if we break that away, we can see that the dirt and the grass side is very, very consistent here as well. And it comes across as almost cubic with the outline too. So we've got some form of cubism, we've got some form of clean, very simple textures. Now, I know a lot of people, myself included, might be like, well, why do I want a smooth, stripped back texture pack? But this is very good, not only for players who might have some forms of visual impairment, but it's also quite a simple pack, I'm guessing, to load and can probably help with performance. And Lord knows Minecraft Bedrock in October and November, and even probably going into December of 2025, needs as much help as it can get with performance. Mojang, fix your game. Hashtag fix Minecraft Bedrock. That's all I can say on the matter, to be honest with you. It's as simple as that. We've got some very weird looking grass designs here. I think it's quite cool though, quite wacky. It's almost the complete opposite of what we're going for in terms of the smooth. This then gets to be a little bit blurry. Oh, actually, the more I look at it, the more I think, maybe I don't like it. I kind of like these smaller ones. They're a little bit crazy. They add a little bit of wackiness to the world. These taller ones, yeah, they feel a little bit like they don't belong in the pack, which is weird. But other than that though, again, good colors, very simple designs, very smooth designs, easy to look at. It's not hurting the eyes at all. And if we come across over here, we can see we've got some sheep. So why don't we shear this one straight away? Oh, it's almost inverted. So it keeps the black wool on the base and then gets that kind of somewhat pinky, somewhat whitey, speckled area, as if to say that the shaving or shearing was rougher than expected, but inverted to how you would normally have that. I wonder if that's consistent with other colors. We've got brown here, and we've got white as well. So let's see. So white goes to those more paler pinky skin with the white texture. Okay, how does brown go? But then brown, okay, so colored wool has the flip, whereas the white wool has what you would more expect, with the white speckles hanging on and then the skin fleshy color underneath. I kind of think the best way to say it, no matter what way you say skin and fleshy color, it always sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? But interesting design there. Okay, in terms of the rest of the sheep though, it's very simple. You've got the eyes on there, you've got not so much ears sticking out, but very simple designs. Although I wonder, does his ears not? No? Okay, so when he's actually fully walled, he doesn't actually have the ears on the side. Okay. Very smooth and very clean again. And we're getting this squarey pattern once more. We've seen this in a few texture packs recently. Not sure why he's got a bum pocket, but okay. Why is his tail off to the side? That's a bit weird. Interesting. We've got a pig over here as well. Ooh. Ooh. This pig goes beyond smooth into almost artificial. I do not like the shading of that. That feels fake. Don't know if anybody else is seeing it, but that feels fake. I don't like that. I don't like the pig at all there. Just doesn't sit well in my eyes. Do we have a cow or even a chicken around? Let's see what we can find. You can also see a sky here too. So we've got some good clouds. But again, squares, more squares. There's a love heart up there, another love heart over there. This is a weird universe. There's a planet. Not the biggest fan of the skies. And then we've got the sun up there, which is a very simple square. I mean, if you're not using vibrant visuals these days, the sky seems to be very, very simple just in general, but not every pack's going to be vibrant visual, and not every player wants to use vibrant visual either. So we have to remember that. Thank you so much for making suggestions for Throwback Thursday as well, by the way. Please, if you are a subscriber, or if you're just watching, I mean, first of all, hit the subscribe button. You know, if you're just watching and you're not subscribed, what are you? A bit of a weirdo? But anywho, please do get into the comments and make a suggestion for another texture pack for me to review here on Throwback Thursday. Any texture pack is fine as long as it's available in the Minecraft Marketplace. If it's one I've reviewed in the past, that's cool. We can have another look at it. And if it's a good one, a bad one, it doesn't matter. Just hit that comment down below and leave a suggestion. That would be awesome. No cow. Oh, here we go. Here's a cow. There we go. Cows were being weird. Let me tell you that. Okay, so we got that weird facial expression. I'm here for it though. That lower jaw. I like the nose sticking out. Always good to get those 3D elements in. The squares are already starting to annoy me a bit. But this is smooth. This isn't artificially smooth like the pig. It doesn't have that weird shading effect. It does have a border. His tail is also slightly off center. But okay, not as bad as the sheep. And then if we look around, there's this weird white leaf that keeps falling from trees. Which just seems very weird. I'm trying to find it again now. I don't know where it is. There it was. There it is. One weird white leaf. Don't know why. We've got a cat, or is that an ocelot? It's an ocelot with his legs sticking out, giving it a bit of 3D shoulders. But we're looking for a chicken. Would be awesome. And so I've gone and got the chicken spawn egg here. So let's just plop one down. Right. That very much feels like it doesn't belong in this pack. It's not smooth. It's noisier. It's not as clean. It's got that weird, there's a weird layering effect here on the beak. I noticed it on a few of the leaves as well, like the grass, sorry, not the leaves, the grass. That seems to be showing up here too. And for some reason, the squares have changed to rectangles here, which is also weird. Let's have a look at the horses and spawn a few of these in. Now, horses, they also feel a little bit digital. Like almost too smooth. I like the tails though. The tails are cool and they're also central, so that's good. Do we have any other designs? It's all squares all the way around. Oh, okay. I like this one though. I kind of like the character. Oh, and that one. The character it gives him on the nose. Oh, they all seem to have it. No. Okay, just that brown one. Fair dues. The skeleton horse. Ugh. Oh. There's clean and then there's low budget. Like, no, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. It looks fake. It looks cheap. It looks poor. I don't like it. And then zombie horse. Like, I guess maybe because it's got detailing on it, that fakeness doesn't feel like it's there so much. But it's this kind of weird shading. It's almost like it's got a gradient on it, which is just weird. I don't know. Like, if I didn't know better, I'd say that some of these textures are leaning into AI. But I'm not very good at spotting that, I'm afraid. So let me know. But they very much feel artificial either way. Let's go into spectator mode now. So we're going to go game mode, spectator. Let's have a look at some of the caves down here and just get a little look under here. That's obviously going to be water, so we can't do that. We'll see that in the ocean monument section later. That's also water. I'm having a howler here. Thank you very much. This is going to be water as well, are ya? No, here we go. So we can come back out of this now and go back into game mode creative. Thank you. So this is how it would look inside a cave in general. This is the general darkness of a cave. And if we go over here and look at the night vision potion, let's see what we've got on here. Again, heavy squares. This is tough. Different color squares on here. You got to really like this kind of squarey pattern. This right here is deep slate. That's tough there as well. What's that? That is, oh, that's tough. So what's that? Gravel. Okay, that one's gravel. So it looks like the consistency is here. Yeah, look. It's the exact same. All right, maybe not the exact same. Maybe some 99% differences on here. Or 1% difference. Whatever it is. They're very, very similar though. Like these big squares are sticking around. But then there's this square here, but it's not there. So we're dwelling, or we're stepping towards the edge of copy and paste. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something about this pack that's rubbing me the wrong way straight away. Let's go and find a village, and let's see what villagers look like. Do you need even more Dazman in your life? Well, I mean, who doesn't? Well, this isn't the only channel to find me. I have multiple channels, all doing different things. Aside from here on the Dazman channel, I also have the Dazman Reacts channel, where I react to pack combinations and even the odd Minecraft trailer, as well as having marketplace creator interviews, and I'm also building an actions and stuff compatibility list, so I post my findings in episodes there as well. Or maybe you want to see me play other games. Well, the best place for that is Dazman Plays, where I play multiple games at the same time. Or how about Dazman Football, where I play football games, or even Dazman Wrestling, where I hope to play more wrestling games in the future. And that's not it. I also have a website, dazman.gg, where you can find my entire texture pack review database, written reviews, written creator interviews, and it's the home of that actions and stuff compatibility list, and my official podcast. You can also see pack waiting lists and my weekly schedule. But if you want to support me, we also have the merch store at dazman.gg/merch and the Patreon account at patreon.com/thedazman, where you can support the individual channels or multiple channels at once. Or maybe you want to consider becoming a channel member here on YouTube by clicking join on this channel or the Dazman Reacts channel. There's got to be some version of the Dazman for you. And so we're going to approach a village now then. And this village, okay, so I didn't realize actually these are acacia trees. So being in this acacia biome, the grass doesn't get the usual yellow that you would have in this savanna. Interesting. I usually like the yellow grass, to be fair. It's a little bit too consistent. Maybe, like, hang on, let me just, I know this is the village, but I just want to have a look. We're just going to go over to this section here. Is there at all any color transition here? Or is all grass the same color? Doesn't look like there's any transition at all. So my untrained eye is going to tell me that there's no difference in biome grass. Okay. Feels like a bit of a cheap shortcut there, to be honest. Let's come over here so we can immediately start. We'll see the crops. I do not like those. They look like they haven't loaded in. Okay, we've also got a villager here. Hello, mate. All right, he's got some character to him. He's not the best looking villager I've ever seen, but he's also not the fakest. Feels very simple, which is absolutely fine. That's what you're kind of getting. We've got the diversity that I always like to see as well. There's good characterization to them as well. Like, obviously, I say that as the guy with the eye patch comes out. So, of course, I think that. But you know what I mean? Like, they've got some good characterization. They're very clean. There's not exactly an uncanny valley or anything scary about them. They're all right. I like them. I like those. I don't like the crops, though. The crops look fake. The crops look fake. I'm putting them up there with the pigs as well. So, here's another pig of a different variant. And again, it just looks fake. It just looks AI. It just looks not real. I guess, for the lack of a better term, not Minecraft real at least. Do we have around here an iron golem. That would be very helpful. We do have an iron golem, and let's just put it this way, it's not at all to write home about. Weirdly, he's got a face on 3 sides of his head, and one of them is lit up. He's also got this weird gradient to him. I like the embossing here. You know, the little panels on the arms and stuff to give it depth. I like that, but there's just something about the way the light, or the color in this case, really, the gradient of color. They've gone for a metallic fill. It feels fake again. Maybe it's me. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are thinking about these textures so far, because, whoa, I didn't mean to get that close. Because they do feel a little bit fake. Let's set it to nighttime, and let's see how hostile mobs look. So we're going to start already at nighttime here then, and the light, or the clouds at night, sorry, they pop really well, but you can immediately tell, look, we are inside a box. We are definitely inside a sandbox. There's that seam on the corner there, which just, it doesn't really show up much on YouTube, but trust me, there is a line, a very prominent line right there to show us that we are in a somewhat movable box. We also see the squares, the planets, the clouds, the hearts. It's not the nicest feel of a sky, but the clouds look good. I'm waiting to see where the moon is. Don't really know. I think it's trying to pop up over here. Maybe. Is there even a moon? I don't know. Let's look for some other hostile mobs, and then let's see if a moon appears out of anywhere. So down here then. Oh, it doesn't also feel that dark either, to be honest with you, but I will drink the night vision potion to make it easier for you guys to see. And then if we pop over here, so we've got a zombie. Oh, ripped clothing straight away. Hello. A ripped clothing on there. I'm trying to see. No, it's not 3D elements. It's almost, but it's not. Okay. And then in terms of the face, he's got 1 top tooth, 1 bottom tooth. It's fine. I mean, for a simple pack where it's like stripped it all back. This is a 32x texture, or whatever we're calling it, 32x resolution texture pack. But it's not, you know, it's not reinventing the wheel. It's keeping things simple. I do like that weird effect on the eyes, though. That's quite nice. What else do we have around here? Also, by the way, arachnophobia warning. There will be spiders. No idea what they're going to look like. We're going to find out together. So around here, we've also got a skeleton. The skeleton, the bone block of the skeleton is not consistent with the bone block of the skeleton horse. I like this, though. Again, for that stripped back, simple and clean. I like it. It doesn't feel fake. It's got like some good shape to the head there, and it's kind of got that good character in the eyes as well. I kind of like it. Do we have a creeper, or dare I say a spider around at all? If I can learn how to fly. Anything for us? Have we seen a moon yet? Oh, there's the moon. Just a floating square in the sky. Okay, nothing too interesting there, really. Where is a creeper and a skeleton then? I said skeleton, I meant spider, and there's the spider. So I like the markings on the spider already. Kind of looks like clown socks, for lack of a better term, with that stripy pattern. I think the stripy pattern is breaking up that weird artificial effect that I was seeing on all those other mobs as well. Blurry face, which I don't like. But the more I look at it, the more it goes from being clean to being overly processed. Okay. I don't feel comfortable about this pack. There's just something just off about it, to be honest with you. There's a witch here as well. We never look at a witch. Hello. Quite simple again. Doesn't even have a spot on his nose. What's going on? How you doing? Been moisturizing. Do we have a creeper then? And here is the creeper now then. So we've immediately got that square pattern again all over him. Hello. It's stripped back and it's simple. You're very moving, so let's just put you here. I mean, it fits the theme. You've got that square pattern on there. There's nothing too offensive about this at all. It very much works within the pack, even if he does want to hide away. Yeah, that works. I can't shake this feeling that there's something weird about this pack, though. So please, I need you guys to comment and let me know what you guys are thinking. Let's head out to an ocean and let's see what an ocean monument looks like. Did you know there is a full texture pack review database on my website at dasman.gg? Every review I've ever done here on YouTube is compiled into a database for you to search, sort, and compare scores. Links to all of my videos here on YouTube are also there, and you can now leave your review on your favorite or most hated packs as well to help build the community average score, all in the hopes of helping players like you and me get as much value for their money as possible. Head over to dazman.gg and check it out. And so here we are then above the ocean monument. It's nighttime and I don't have night vision potion on, so we're going to get a full effect of this. Let's get underwater. The visibility doesn't look too bad. You can see what's going on. Let's get underwater. Let's see what it looks like to be underwater naturally. Okay, we're going to let the light catch up with us. They've gone for a double Y on the blocks. Okay. They took the Y, they doubled it. Fair enough. At least they changed it. Do you know what I mean? Visibility isn't too more difficult or too much more difficult than you would have expected in a standard vanilla. Okay. I'm going to drink the night vision to help you guys see. Thank you very much. Let's light that up. So we've got that double Y. Very smooth. It is clean. So that's cool. It looks like it's changing color as well. That might be just me getting closer to it though. But then in terms of the actual prismarine itself, again, that repeated square pattern. One thing, like, I would say it's copy and paste. Other people might say it's consistent. It feels very digital down here. You got the dark prismarine on here as well. You've got the sea lantern with heavy borders. Like these, it doesn't feel, these blocks, like the lantern, the prismarine bricks, the prismarine, nothing feels offensive here. We've seen offensive. The crops, the pigs, they feel like they're offensive. But these don't feel offensive. There is this weird kind of sphere effect going on here. I don't know if you can see it, where we've got the purple of the prismarine here, but then it's green over there. And I think that's with the color transition and I'm guessing my like simulation distance or something. I don't know, but that is there. The Elder Guardian, very simple. Yeah, okay. Again, not offensive. Not exactly overstretching or trying to be anything different. The drowns are definitely cousins to the zombies, which is a bit boring. And we're probably getting into that limit now where I struggle to say nice things about something that is a bit boring. And there's the standard Guardian there as well. So, yeah, inoffensive in this section. Not too much to complain about, but not a lot to really sing about either. Let's go and see a trial chamber. Alright then, so we're in the trial chamber, and I think what we'll do, let's drink the milk bucket. Let's see it naturally in its darkness. So it's quite well lit. The lamps are doing a very good job here. And there is an element of blur to them. I think it comes from that shadow that they've added in there. But I like that they've changed it. This is a faithful to vanilla pack, if you haven't noticed. But they've still kind of made things their own. It's not really just being handcuffed to vanilla, which is good. You've got the copper on here as well, consistent between weathered or oxidized and the standard block of copper. The tough has also been updated here as well, which is cool. You've still got that square, which is going to haunt my dreams. It's in every texture, so I hope you guys like that. But again, nothing offensive here. It's very middle of the run. I wouldn't say it's reinventing the wheel. I wouldn't say it's going any extra steps to be considered amazing. But it is doing a job. It's doing a job. And my only concern are those AI elements or artificial elements that I saw earlier. I don't particularly know if they are AI, but that's the closest I would say to being anything bad. It just feels very middle of the road at the moment. Let's get a breeze out here. Looks like a color change to the breeze. It's a bit duller. I can respect a bit duller, though. That's cool. I mean, he's got his eyebrows still lit up. Nobody wants to be on camera today. Is there something about being in a Dazman video? I don't know. But, yeah, alright. He's doing the job. That's cool. That's a nice block, though. I like that. That feels quite nice. We'll see more of that in the Nether, I'm sure. Why don't we head over to the Armoury now, and let's go and see what everything looks like. So we're going to have a chance now to look at all of the different blocks in here. The first thing I'm seeing, we've got some very, like, I want to say childish, but in a good way, faces here on these blocks here. These are obviously the dropper, dispenser, and observer. We've also got a weird kind of slime block interface here too. Kind of looks like somebody's just slapped slime jam on it. I don't know. Bit weird. But it's all right. Again, not very offensive at all. We can come through here. We can see all of the different sea lanterns and frog lights on there as well. Very consistent, almost copy and paste. These don't have the animation of a sea lantern, but you can definitely tell they're of the same family. You've got the copper lamps, the lanterns, also the fences on here. Now, this pack is updated for Chase the Skies, so I don't think it's going to have any copper fill to it. I can already see we're not going to like the Ender Dragon. Alright, I like the egg. The egg is fine. I do not like the Ender Dragon's head there. Okay, that's one to look forward to when we get to the end section then. Some good designs on the boxes here. It does keep it simple, but it almost feels like this is a low-budget game that didn't want to pay for textures. The Netherrack, I think because it's somewhat directional, has that kind of bumpy up and down feel between the blocks. I like that. I think it's a good feel here. That's cool. I do not like Ancient Debris at all. We are missing a golden nugget. Why am I missing a golden nugget? Let's put this in here. Boom. Thank you very much. Get that one sorted. Probably should clear my inventory as well. So we'll go clear and boom. There we go. So we can see Netherrack and stone. Copy and paste. It's copy and paste. The amount of copy and paste here. And alright, it doesn't hurt or sting as much as it would do because it's 660 mine tokens, but it's still not nice. This is what we got here. We've got deep slate, we've got stone, and we've got Netherrack, all sharing the same textures. I do not like the precious blocks. These look fake as well. Don't like that at all. I do not like the ores. They look fake. Or the ingots, sorry. They look fake. The copper blocks on here. I like this block. This is one of my favorite blocks that we've seen so far, the chiseled. But yeah, we can see here, these aren't updated, and neither are those at the top there. The glass has some good colors. I like the detailing on the corners. I think that's nice. The bundles are the wrong size, which seems to happen more and more nowadays. I don't understand how that happens, but fair dues. And then we can also see along here the different colored stuff. So you've got the beds all consistent with the same color. Doesn't look like much care has been taken in some areas. Like the red feels weird. The yellow feels weird. But you can also see the wool and you can see the bundles on here too. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all, I guess. The doors and the copper doors are a bit boring, but boring and simple is what this pack, I think, is supposed to be. So that's not a negative here. And then as we fly through, you've got the azalea tree and leaves. We've got the oak tree, which the oak sapling has a different color leaf. That's weird. That definitely doesn't belong there. I do not like the slabs. No, this very much looks artificial in a lot of ways. I don't like the planks. I don't like the slabs. Okay. I'm going to let you guys make up your own decision here. This is a big negative from me here. It feels like a cheap PC game that you would buy on Steam for like 99p and hope that there's a story to it. Because this is, yeah. How has this got a 4.1 rating? I will never know. I mean, look, like what you like, but I don't. As we keep going through here, yeah, I do not like these textures. When they actually make an effort, like on here with this block, the stripped dark oak log, it looks nice. But when you get this, it just looks fake, man. It just looks really fake, really low budget, really low effort. I don't even think a human's made it. I don't know, man. I don't know. The cherry ones don't look nice either. Consistency is here, though. Like, through all of them, they're all exactly the same. So, like, in that sense, for some people, that's going to be okay. For me, it's just too much copy and paste. We've got the creaking heart here as well. I like the element of 3D that they've added in there. It's not, but I like the element of 3D there. But you can tell, look, they've tried on this block, so it's not getting a negative fill. It's not difficult to get a good review, really. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I do not like it at all. We'll see more of the trees, I'm sure, when we go into the Nether, but yeah. I like the doors here, though. These doors look kind of nice. We can just have a little glance over here at how the trees are all looking as well. There you go. And then if we come down here, we've got concrete powder and concrete. Yeah, good luck seeing a difference, mate. All right, I found one. Okay, so the concrete powder has a softer square. So it has a darker square and a softer square. Concrete just has the darker squares. Good luck. Genuinely good luck. I'm slowly getting to the part of they made as little effort as possible here. All right, they're clean. There's very little blur if you don't remember the spider eyes, but I guess like these look nice because they have to have made an effort here. But even there, look, that doesn't look good. That little corner, that little corner of that square, no, I don't like it. From afar, like here, these look okay. I mean, there's some like computerized stuff to it. Weird what they're really going for, but it's there. But the more you look into it, like that is terrible on there. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. Then you've obviously got the honeycomb, which is about as basic. It looks more like cheese, but okay. The bone block, which I don't think that looks consistent to both the skeleton and the skeleton horse. The slime looks weird. The honey block looks fake. Okay. Got the ice on here and bringing back that rectangle and square that we've been dealing with. This is the only time I've ever seen a coral block I didn't like. Okay. And then we're here. We've got the suspicious gravel. We've got the gravel, the grass, the moss, the pale moss, the bricks. It's all here. That's interesting. That rooted dirt. It looks like wiring. I'm here for it, though. I like it. And I like these ones here, too. The ones that actually have detail, I like. And we'll come through here. We've got the tough family on here. We've got the deep slate on here as well. These are fine. These are inoffensive. They've got detailing in the block, so they're working good. You can be clean and have detail, and we're seeing that it works when they do. It's actually when they don't that it doesn't work. The Nether, the soul, the Nether bricks. Okay, yeah, inoffensive. It's cool. The creaking, the resin block, sorry. It's because I saw the creaking's face. And the quartz blocks. Again, as soon as we start going into this copy and pasted design, my brain just switches off. But when we've got here and there's like elements of intrigue, all right, they don't line up, but the elements of intrigue in here, the detailing is where it starts to shine again. I really wanted to give this a good score. The price isn't too bad, but most of the textures are just copy and pasted. Over here as well, we've got the bricks. The bricks look nice. I like that. I like that gray on it as well. That gray gives it that implied 3D that we see. That's cool. Gilded blackstone. The gradienting of the color's not nice, but the overall attempt I can live with. And then again, just repeated textures all over the place. Got the mossy stone and the normal stone bricks. We've got stone itself, cobblestone. So, okay, so that's what they've done. So cobblestone has these bigger squares coming across in that gridded pattern, whereas stone itself doesn't have as much prominent gridded pattern, and that's how you could tell the difference. Okay. All right, fair enough. We've got the mushroom block here as well, and then we've got the flowers. I don't like the flowers. I don't. I'm sorry. And then over here for the mobs, there's the pig I don't like. We've got the hive being represented here with the silverfish. That is a weird face on that turtle. The villagers. Like, some of this stuff doesn't look like it belongs together. Like, that pig doesn't belong with that cow. The happy ghast is really trying to be involved. But that pig doesn't belong with that cow and that sheep. This iron golem doesn't belong with that creeper. Yeah, you can see it there. Look, the skeleton and the skeleton horse don't belong together. If they told me that they pulled textures from multiple packs and put them together, I'd believe them. I wouldn't even question it. Like, even that looks better than that. In how the color is handled. I don't know, man. And then with the armors, so you can see copper's not been updated. And then, of course, copy and paste on the armors here too. So why should we be surprised? Just simple, boring copy and paste. You can be simple. You can even be boring. But don't be copy and paste when you're asking people to pay for textures. And then we've got the armors here with the trims as well. Put respect on people's money, man. If it's not Mojang with a broken game, it's the marketplace. With low effort. Like, come on. Is it so hard to think like a consumer and not like a scammer? Alright, maybe I'm being a bit hyperbole and I'm being a little bit over the top, but you're asking people to pay and you're not even putting in the effort to not copy and paste all of the textures. It's like, It's frustrating. Like, that is a joke. That is a joke. Don't call it clean. What is this? Clean pixels. Call it basic pixels. Call it low effort pixels, man. There's the different armor change here as well. The only change in the GUI that I can see is these shield icons and the armor icons. We'll put this on and we'll have a look. All right, at least it's consistent with the face of the carved pumpkin. What more do you want, I guess? What more can you expect, I guess? Clear that. Here's the end portals as well. The Nether portal. Like, if we hadn't just spent time looking at these, the Netherite, not the Netherite, the Obsidian, sorry, would look nice. But we went and looked at it in cobblestone. The crying Obsidian is embarrassing, though. That's terrible. And there's the conduit as well. Yeah, this has really soured me, I'm afraid. Copy and paste textures. What looks like very artificial designs. Get me out of here, I think. Let's go and see what the Nether looks like. And so we're going into the Nether then. We already know there's going to be a ton of copy and paste. Okay, so let's just try and get that out of our heads here. Let's have a look. This is more about how the Nether as a dimension is looking. So where we are right now, the lava, I like the dark red heat off of this. I do think that's quite nice. It's easy to go soft and orange, but the darker red really does work here. We've got as well soul soil, which is the repeated pattern. You've got the bone block, which we already know doesn't match everything that has bone in its model, I guess. We've got the netherrack here, which we also know is a repeated pattern. We see that blue transition to the fog, and then if we come back out over here into like the lava-y area, where was it where it was grey? Here, look, it starts to get a bit darker grey. That's a nice transition. And then as we move into the crimson, it goes more red. That is a really nice transition, in fact. You know, give the devil its due. This over here is netherwart block, looking kind of bricky. Definitely seen that repeated before in this. We've got the low effort flowers. We've got the ores. And I don't actually think that this is a case of, well, Daz, you just looked at actions and stuff's vibrant visual Nether a few days ago or yesterday if you're watching this live, but I'm able to look at it differently. It's very basic and it's definitely drawn back, but I'm able to look at that differently. That's not coming into this here. It's definitely like, this is just the dirt and grass. This is just the grass block. This right here, the crimson nylium, is a repeated grass block. Like, oh, you changed the color a little bit. Like, it's not, it's what am I supposed to say about it? Do you know what I mean? And I even dare to say, like, it looks like it even gets a bit of a green tint to it the further I get away, but okay. The red feels nice, and look at that, we're right next to a fortress. The game knows. The game's like, just move it along. And we will just move it along, I think. Let's go under here. The bricks are cool. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not cool. They are. Do I actually represent the Nether brick fences in the armory? I don't think I do, you know. We might need to add those in. How can I claim it has everything when it doesn't? I like that the bricks are kind of multicolored though, showing that weathered effect. That's good. And it's also annoying because it's like, you see what they can do when they try. They don't try. They don't try. They're called the craft stars. They barely craft. The outfit on this guy is very artificial in feel. It almost feels plastic. I don't know. I like, yeah. Oh, we got a wither skeleton in here. Hello, hi, how are you? It is just a flip of a standard skeleton. I'm not going to mark that down. A lot of texture packs do that. There's, oh my day. No, 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 no. So, the blaze looks fake with its coloring. And then you get that face, and that face right there, that is the face of a texture that's insulting you for paying 660 mine tokens. Like, imagine paying 660 mine tokens and you get a low budget. It almost feels like a low budget Garten of Banban design. I wouldn't know that reference if I didn't just play that world. Don't play Garten of Banban. It's 15 minutes and it costs nearly 1,500 to mine tokens. Don't do it. Don't do it. But, anywho. Yeah, that blaze is an absolute insult. Let's get the wither out here And so we're going to start building the Wither now then. We've got that soul sand, so, you know, hope you enjoyed the soul sand. Oh, the Wither skeleton, though. Didn't notice that. Has a red dot on its head. Okay, so it's a slight change there. It's not enough for me to change my opinion, but hey-ho. And then in terms of the Wither skeleton itself, so he's got purple shoulders and a reddish tint to him. I appreciate the reddish tint, I do. Not so much the purple shoulders, but I'm not going to nitpick it. I do appreciate the reddish tint. It's very basic, though, again. This is very much along the lines of, like, a plasticky, stripped back, minimalistic texture pack. But it's almost all of the bad qualities of one. I've seen some really good ones, and I've seen some really bad ones, and I know which side of the run I'm putting this. Let's head to the end. Let's see the Ender Dragon, which we know is not going to look great. And let's go and see what the whole end dimension looks like. And into the end we're going to go. Heaven forbid there be a repeated pattern once again. Okay. The void is fine. There's no grain to it here. That's cool. If we was to come in here with a night vision potion, that's where the grain comes in. Okay, so the grain is definitely covered by light. That's cool. Fair enough. Fair. Oh my days. No, 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 no. No, that is that. It's almost like, you know, when you watch behind the scenes of animated movies, and they've got like the model running in the background, but it's not been skinned. That's what that looks like. I mean, there's a multicolored beam coming from the dragon. That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. All right. The Enderman as well. Oh, no. To top it all off, the Enderman has an embarrassing face as well. This is an insult, man. This is an absolute insult. To say that there are some things here that I like, it's very much glossing over the fact that there's a lot here that I don't. And then if we have a look at the rest of the world in here, so we can see how the chorus trees, chorus plants, chorus fruit are looking. You can also see how the city would generate here as well. We seem to get quite consistent when we teleport to 10,000, 10,000. There's usually always a city in sight. So if you're ever looking for a city in the end, head to 10,000, 10,000. Might be a bit of a trek, but I'm sure you'll find a city. And then we can see here how the purple moves in. We can see the end stone as well up the top here, the end stone bricks. Like, I like that. And again, it's just because they've made an effort. I like when they make an effort, but I don't like when they don't. Yeah. Let's go to the ancient city. Let's go see the Warden and then let's get my review. So we're in the ancient city then, and this is how it would look without a night vision potion. And the stone feels a lot lighter here. And just from it being like a change to how it feels in a lot of texture packs, it kind of feels nice to me. But I do like my changes. So that's a good feel on there. And another one of a rare positive that I've seen. So let's light it up. Let's have a look at the night vision and let's see what we're dealing with. So we've got multicolored bricks on here as well. The deep slate bricks. Didn't see this as much in the armory. Okay. Maybe because I was getting a bit annoyed with all of the textures and I might have flew past it. The cracks in it though, they look like they've just been overlaid on top. They don't really look like they're built into the block. Same along here as well. But I mean, that's fine. It works. It's clean. It's smooth. So there are some positives that you can see in here. And I do like the contrast of the dark blue sculk with the cleaner, lighter, softer bricks. And then that multi-tone brick as well with the grey, the pink and the blue looks really good as well. So there are positives. You know, I'm not going to just come out here and say that everything in this pack is bad. But we do still have the Warden to look for. So let's get him out here. And the Warden should be about to spawn here. There we go. There we go. Alright, so the Warden definitely follows the trend of probably doesn't deserve to be in this pack. And you can tell it came later after the Wither and after the Ender Dragon because they've actually added detail in here. They haven't tried to gloss it over. They haven't tried to put a weird shade in. The Warden's cool. I like the Warden. It fits really well. I need more Warden and I need less Enderman. I'm glad that Enderman turned up. because again, that does not belong in this pack with this. And so I'm going to sit here and say, this texture pack doesn't feel like everything was put together to be in the same theme at all. Now, I'm very well known for not liking minimalistic packs. I'm very well known for not liking vanilla packs. I think there's a place for both of them, specifically minimalistic packs, because I believe they make the game a lot more accessible to people who have visual impairments or maybe run lower end devices. I think there's a good reason for them. This pack isn't one of those good things, in my opinion. And I'll be completely honest, before we came down into the Ancient City, I was looking at giving this pack a 2. I really was. Then, looking at what they've done to the stone, looking at the Warden, it's kind of reminded me that, right, there's a lot of copy and paste in here. There's a lot of blocks that shout artificial, and there's a lot of mobs, blocks that don't look like they belong together. More so mobs than blocks, but like the Enderman looks like it's pulled from a really bad pack, whereas the Warden looks like it's pulled from a above average pack, and it's just looking weird. But there is good in here. So I think 2 is a bit harsh. I'm not going to go much further because I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. I think that's fair. For me, there's too many questions. There's something in the air about this pack that just doesn't sit right. And then they've shown us what they could do nice. They've not been consistent enough. The only consistency is the copy and paste. And I don't like copy and paste. I don't care if a pack's 490 mine tokens or 1340 mine tokens. If you're not going to put the effort in to make unique block designs for the majority, there can be families, there can be consistencies and likenesses that are the same, but like every block looks the damn same. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going for a 3 out of 10. And so if we check out my texture pack review database over on my website, dasman.gg, we can see that the Clean Pixels texture pack by the Craft Stars is sitting in illustrious company with its 3.0 rating, with texture packs like Gingerbread and Seasons by Giggleblock Studios, Azure PvP by Waypoint Studios, Emric PvP by CubeCraft Games, and even 3D Craft by Tetrascape. And if we take a look at the other texture packs by the Craft Stars that I've already reviewed, shockingly, Clean Pixels isn't at the bottom. You see, it beats Realism Reimagined, and it sits below Tie-Dye, Alien Project X, and Perfect Modern. And there we have it. Thank you for checking out today's texture pack review. Please drop a comment with your review of the pack. I love to read what you guys are all thinking, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this. If you're new here, please do hit that subscribe button today as well and help the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next video.